Isolation has gotten us queuing up for stores, like clubs trying to sign Lautaro Martinez, and maybe even Upamecano, but certainly not Neymar, because Barcelona are the only club crazy enough to be thinking about Neymar in times like this. What's going on, guys? ¿Cómo están? BugaLuis here, and welcome back. Welcome back indeed to another video here on the channel. It's been a very long break, it's been a while, but I got to admit, I kind of have enjoyed this breather. I really think it's fruitful in a way. It has helped me to set new aims, rediscover myself. So with all of that being said, it doesn't mean that within this break I have not been taking a look at the news. In fact, I've been looking at the news even more, and probably you have done so as well. COVID-19 has affected football in so many different ways, and one of the ones that I really have a big question about is what is going to happen with the transfer window. We do not know when the season is going to be coming back, but it certainly means that clubs will have to be more meticulously when it comes to allocating their transfer budget into certain players, because they cannot simply overspend. So in today's video, what I thought would be very good to do is do that job for Barcelona. Let's take a look at all of the transfer targets that I think Barcelona should go for the season 2020-2021. And that is if it happens. So we all know that Barcelona are currently looking for one player in each of the three main areas of the field. That being one center back, one midfielder, and one forward. So number one, with the center backs, we're going to be taking a look at Dayot Upamecano. You all know who he is, one of the most promising center backs in the world. It seems that France has literally the most promising player in each of the positions in world football right now. Dayot Upamecano coming to Barcelona, I think, could be a very good option. 60 million euros is what is reported his release clause. And I think that for a very young age of 20 years old, he could in fact be a good prospect. But now the question begs for Barcelona fans, what is going to happen to someone which is very like Upamecano, which is Jean-Claire Todibo. Todibo was actually sent out on loan because there wasn't enough kind of space for him in the squad to get game time, and that could be the main problem, the main issue for Upamecano as well. Since he's 20 years old and he will not come with kind of like a huge tagline, it wouldn't make sense for Quique Setién in a way for give him game time right away. I think that Lenglet and Piqué would still be the two main remaining center backs, and in the case of Samuel Umtiti, if he's to be sold, then Upamecano will take that third choice center back. And that is a problem for me. Upamecano right now, at his age, he needs to play games, and Barcelona may not be the best place to do so. He's more than qualified enough, in my opinion, to be starting and rotating, similarly to how Umtiti did with Mascherano a long time ago, or how now Lenglet was playing with Umtiti and kind of interchanging positions. I think that could happen with Upamecano as well, but I much rather would like to see it with Piqué. Piqué is getting older, we need a new player there, he needs to start getting kind of the strings of playing in a system like Barcelona, so that's where Upamecano can take his role, and I would certainly, for 60 million euros, see it as a great potential with already great experience, and just can be a very good affordable player for us. The second transfer target that we are going to be taking a look in the center back position is Diego Carlos, Brazilian from Sevilla. He is a player that, for me, he has been in my radar sort of sense. Ever since he was at Nantes, he was also playing very good. But now with this move to Sevilla, he has really taken it up a notch. We see now that he can play under a system like Barça with Julian Lopetegui Sevilla, and that is certainly a huge bonus for us because we of course are going to be very worried of players that needs to adapt into this system. It's very difficult to do it in a club like Barcelona, especially if we have no previous record of playing into a similar kind of strategy, similar sort of tactics. So Diego Carlos with Sevilla, he's already showing great quality. Plus, he's been linked to a lot of different clubs out there, one of the main ones also being Liverpool. So around 40 million euros, which could be the money that we could pay for someone of his quality to get his services, I would say would be a pretty sweet deal. At 26, I would also kind of guarantee 100% that he will be there giving his all, putting in effort, because he doesn't have that many years still in his career. At 26, he's reaching that sort of footballing peak. Center backs may reach it a little bit later down the road, but it doesn't mean still anything. He could happen, he could be incredible right now at 27 and be shit by 33. But what I know is that he will come in and work hard, and that's exactly what I want. You know, I have some sort of kind of soft spot for those hardworking players, and that is why I would like Diego Carlos a lot as well as an alternative to Dayot Upamecano. Moving on to the midfield positions, here we are looking for a kind of physical midfielder. We know that Quique Setién and Barcelona are liking these sort of players ever since Valverde got Paulinho, and I cannot believe I just said Valverde. But yeah, ever since Valverde got Paulinho into Barcelona and then Arturo Vidal, we realized that a player like that in our system can be very beneficial to give us an extra push whenever games need it. So yes, I'm all 100% forward to get a physical player like that. The main target they're looking for right now is Tanguy Ndombele, which for me is a very big, huge question mark. I really like him at Lyon, and we all know he showed kind of amazing signs to be an incredible prospect. But the problem is that when he went to Tottenham for 62.5 million euros, he hasn't lived up to that price tag. And of course, Mourinho has something to do with it, because you know Mourinho likes to signal out players for whatever reason. But still, whenever I've seen him play, he hasn't demonstrated anything that has made me go, wow, when he has moved to Spurs. And that is a very big kind of just thing that doesn't make me confident that he could make it at a place like Barcelona. I would hate for another situation like Andre Gomes, and yes, people are going to be saying, oh, Ndombele, he's not Andre Gomes, but when Andre Gomes came to Barcelona, people were saying the very same thing. So we must be very wary of the players that we sign, especially seeing how they have adapted to different clubs. On the other hand, the second target that we'll be looking in this position, Fabian Ruiz, he has done incredibly well when he has gotten to his second step, to his second big club. Moving from Real Betis to Napoli, he has performed incredibly well at Napoli. Plus, added to that the fact that he's Spanish, and adding to that he has already played with Quique Setién, I would be very inclined to sign someone of his pedigree. I think the price tag would also be very similar to that guy of Ndombele. So, in my opinion, Fabian Ruiz at 23 years of age, around a 60 million mark as well, would be one of the best signings we could possibly make in that area of the field right now. And the last player that has been linked to Barcelona in this sense for the midfield position is N'Golo Kante. Recently, with a trade swap with Chelsea, Barcelona offering Coutinho and then getting Kante in return. Kante is the best player, I would say, in that sort of position right now in the world. Simply can cover out so much space on the midfield that literally can act as two players as once. And that could fix a very big problem that Barcelona currently have, that is kind of that transitioning from attack and defense. We simply get caught out. Sergio Busquets doesn't have the legs to do so, and sometimes the young guy gets tangled up in attack and doesn't come soon enough to return and defend. The very same thing with Artur Melo. So someone like Kante could be very beneficial in that role as well. However, I do not think that Chelsea would like to let go of him anytime soon, unless Barcelona makes something like we did with Neto from Valencia. Remember last year that we offered Silicen and got Neto in return plus 30 million, I think it was, or 15. I'm not sure. If we do something like that, I could see Kante being willingly coming to Barcelona and Chelsea letting him go. So that could be very interesting, and I'm a big fan of that move potentially. I think that a player like that, Kante, you can never go wrong. And now moving to the forward line, when I know that a lot of you are gonna have different questions. Let's talk first of all about the main guy, Lautaro Martinez. Lautaro Martinez, like I mentioned with Diego Carlos, I'm a sucker for those hardworking players, and he wears his socks off in every single game, and that's what I enjoy of a player like Lautaro. Coming to Barcelona would be incredible. I've seen him play in Copa America. I've seen him play in qualifiers of the Copa America and World Cup as well. I've seen him play with Inter. I've seen him play with Racing, and always he will work, and that's what I enjoy. That's what we need at Barcelona. It reminds me of Luis Suarez when he joined from Liverpool. He was always constantly pressuring, being that first player, making it uncomfortable for the teams to play out the back. That has been an issue for Barcelona, to be honest. Teams that play our way, they're seeming to be kind of a struggle for us. So having someone like Lautaro could be very interesting. And reports are saying as well that we could be looking to convince him by saying and guaranteeing him that he would either play alone in a front three or play alongside Luis Suarez in a top two and then have Messi behind. And that could be a very sweet deal. I think that if Barcelona doesn't want to pay the 110 million euro release clause that he has on June, I think we can find another way. I will be doing a video commenting more about that because Barcelona are doing crazy tactics to get him, very similarly like they were trying to get Neymar in the past. But I think Lautaro to Barcelona is very possible. And now, another forward that you want to know about is Neymar. here's the thing with Neymar. I think that if Barcelona go ahead and get Neymar, it's not wrong because we need his profile of a player. We need a winger like that to unlock defenses because we've been struggling for so long. We will need someone like Neymar. But the thing is that we already got players like Neymar in our squad, like Ansu Fati and Dembele. They're not necessarily at the level of him, of course, but paying 180 million euros is literally ridiculous for a player like Neymar. He has no future past what? 4 years max? 3 years? And we are not gonna be overspending on a player that we already had in our squad. That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous to go for someone like Neymar. If you check out all of the boxes, let's say you get Lautaro, you get Fabian Ruiz, and you get, okay, Diego Carlos, and then you have enough money to get Neymar, sure, go ahead. Get Neymar. That can be a bonus, that could be the cherry on top, but do not do ridiculous things like selling Semedo, like selling, I don't know, Arthur, and then getting Neymar, because that makes no sense. Because we need to prioritize other areas of our field first than just getting a player that literally, let's be honest, is Bartomeu's kind of fetish? Is Bartomeu's fetish? He wants to get Neymar for whatever reason. He just wants to get Neymar because he thinks if he gets it, he will get re-elected or for whatever reason. But the truth is that Xavi is gonna come in 2022, 21. So yeah, he doesn't got enough time left. We should be going for the players that I mentioned: Lautaro, Fabian, and either Upamecano or Diego Carlos. Those are the ones for me that we should go ahead and get. Another transfer targets here on the forward line that could be interested in. We've talked about Alexander Isak in the past. Very good young promising player, 20 years old, Sweden, Real Sociedad, incredible match against Real Madrid in La Copa del Rey. He would be a good prospect. But Lautaro Martinez, I think he will be much better. So if we can get Martinez, there's no reason why we need to get Isak. And the very same thing with Kingsley Coman. We've been linked to Coman. Why? If we sell Dembele, then we're gonna get Coman. Are you kidding me? The guy has more injuries than Dembele. Perhaps not as long, but he has got a lot more injuries. And in terms of quality, I think they're kind of about the same. So let's just stay with Dembele. Let's just stay with the players that we know and go for the transfer targets. Let's go for Neymar. No. Let's go for Lautaro, let's go for Fabian, and let's go for Diego Carlos. What do you say? I think they're good transfer targets. Now in the comment box down below, guys, I want to know who would you sign, who would you get, and why. Those are the main players right now that Barca are targeting, and now you know my opinion on them. So let's go get discussing in the comment box down below, and I'll see you in the next video, which, spoiler alert, is either going to be a news update on news, or it's going to be that keep, sell, or loan that I really want to make, where we go over every single player in the squad and tell you whether we should keep him, sell him, or loan him out. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Take care. Ciao.